Shut up, Paul. What is up, you wonderful folks? I'm Alex with Swamp Rat Fishing. I've got the co-hostess with the mostest, Paul Roberts, with me, and we are Bass and Brews, your weekly distraction from quality podcasts.
That's not my name. That's not my name today.
That's not your name today. Okay. What's your name today?
You always read off my name from the screen. But today,
I was trying to set
probably
it up for
the
later.
second best. What later's now?
No, it was going to set it up. See, this is why we are the way we are. So before we get any further,
lack of communication. This man is like a 3-star general in the Coast Guard, and he can't communicate on a 1-hour podcast.
Before we get started, we've got an awesome guest tonight. We've got Cupcake Coley. We're going to dive into that, but first we want to talk about hooksethoodlums.com. The illest, oh yeah, he's got it tonight. Oh, he's got it down tonight. The illest, as the youngins say, fishing company out there. And they just had a huge drop. They've got new performance hoodies, and they are fantastic. You got to check them out. You can look in the description. You'll have discount codes for everybody because we've got one of the newest Hookset Hoodlums pro staff members with us tonight too. So big ups to Hookset. Love those folks over there, their family. So tonight we've got Cupcake Coley. Coley, how are you tonight?
I'm well, thank you. How are you guys?
I'm doing great.
Whoa, don't come up on here with no damn right grammar. You can say you good on here. We ain't got no grammar police here.
All right, so I'm rocking. How are you guys?
It is. So how we like to start every show, though, is I don't know if you have an adult beverage or any beverage with you, but we like to crack them open. We talk about them for like 5 seconds to try to get a brewery to sponsor us because we drink a lot. So, Paul, what do you got?
Tonight, mine has 9.9% alcohol volume.
My man. So I don't know, Coley, if you've listened to the last ones, Paul has morphed his beer reviews into, it has nothing to do with the name of the beer, the type of the beer. It has to deal with alcohol content and the picture on the can. That's his criteria.
That's a pretty good looking beer.
Yeah, it's a bear with pink glasses. It looks more feathery than furry.
Okay.
Maybe it's an owl.
No, it's a fucking bear. I mean, I think I would know over the guy who had to guess if bass were cold-blooded or warm.
Fucking A. Not going to live that one down ever.
Jesus Christ,
I got it right,
never.
Too.
Yes, it was probably the greatest guess in humankind. But anyway, yeah, it's a tall boy too. I mean, the only reason we drink beer is for the alcohol content because none of it tastes good.
It tastes good. Coley, what do you got tonight?
Okay, so I had a 20% beer from the brewery, which is local in my area, my neck of the woods. But I wanted to be able to focus, and I wanted to be able to answer the questions. I can go get it and show you, but I also wanted to give you something to tease me about. So.
Oh, it's a White Claw. What are you hanging out with Wild Bill fishing? You've been hanging out with Wild Bill?
But it's 5%. I got to watch my girlish figure. You know, I got my new hoodie coming. I want to make sure I fit into it and I look good in it. So I skipped the 20% and I went with the old standby.
You go get the 20%. Hold on.
I want to know about this 20% beer.
First of all, you go get it, and we're drinking that tonight.
Oh dear God! Like 2 sips, I'm out. It's like something that you shared.
Have you not listened to this podcast all the way through before?
I've listened to. I think I missed 1 or 2, but I think I've got all of them down so far. And I went out today. Went to a specialty shop and I was choosing my beer wisely, and they just didn't have anything I wanted. I was looking for a nice sour. I like this apricot sour and couldn't find it. And the only other option was a Pacifico tall boy, and I just couldn't do that. And I thought, what the hell? It's pink, like cupcakes are pink. I figured Alex would have a good old time teasing me about this one, so why not?
Yeah, I mean, ain't no laws when you're drinking the claws.
Hey, ain't no laws when you're drinking the claws.
And tonight I've got same brand as last week for me. It's Voodoo Ranger. This time it's I think I had this actually last time too, the Juicy Haze, because this is what my the piece of shit 7-Eleven next to the crappy hotel next to Six Flags that I have to listen to them riding roller coasters all night has in abundant stock if it's not Pacifico. I'm glad you mentioned Pacifico because I feel like on the East Coast, Pacifico is like, oh my gosh, I'm being special. I'm having something different, a Pacifico. But you come out on the West Coast, it's like, oh, Pacifico. It's just like a step up of Corona. Congrats, everybody. Yeah.
Look, I want y'all to look at this. I just read this can for the first time ever.
Yeah.
This is made with pure gluten-free 8% alcohol.
You didn't know that the Surge was 8%?
I did, but I didn't know it was made with pure 8% alcohol. Pure.
Okay.
Hey,
all right, on that note, let's crack these open. Hold on, let's crack these, Paul. Let's crack these.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Ooh, thank God we're not shotgunning beers anymore. That was awful.
Oh, I can do that.
Cheers. I cannot.
Alex can't. Shit, I forgot what I was going to say, and it was probably one of the greatest things that was ever going to be said on this podcast, and I forgot.
Oh.
Because you made me crack open the beer before I could say it.
All right, Coley. So we got you on here. If you guys don't follow her, it's Cupcake. It's Cupcake. I believe it's _ right? Coley. Is that how they would find you? Okay.
Except minus the AHH that he put in there.
Exactly.
It's Cupcake Coley, not Cupcake Coley.
Coley. Awesome account. I found your account. Like, you just became a Hookset Hoodlums member within this last week or two, if I remember right, by the time
last
I was recording.
Week,
yeah, but I found your account months ago. And what's really cool about your account, and we've actually talked about it before on this podcast, me and Paul are both fans of this trend that you jumped on, that you wrote it, which is the I do this so I can do this trend. And
this so I can that. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you do it awesome. And it shows, we talk about social media a lot on here and things like that. And I think it shows the way you do it. It's awesome because it brings folks into, the non-fishing side of what you do and then the fishing side. And it's perfect. And that's what really drew me to your account. So everybody who's not following Coley, make sure you go out there because it's good content. And it's not like bullshit content either. It's good content.
It's definitely, it ain't no bullshit content like someone we're at fishing shit.
Did it come out your nose?
It was so close. It was so close. If you guys aren't watching, you should be watching on YouTube because that almost flew out the nose.
Mm-hmm. It is. And so the thing about it is, too, is that you're catching good fish, but you make the videos and the stuff of any fish that's just easy to watch. It's engaging, right? I think that's one of the things when we look at when we look at and talk about social media stuff. It's the engagement is where we can start to put in success. And people engage with your content and it's good. And you show the personal side of your life into the fishing side. So it's kind of that
a little crazy at times. I rescue ducks. I know that's in my stories quite a bit. And I absolutely adore them. They are like little dogs. They remember who you are. And when I was fishing every day, people would just get tired of their pets and dump them off at the park. And Mama Coley had to look out for them. And if they weren't taken in by another flock, then guess what flock they came to? They came to my flock. So that's been kind of cool.
How many ducks are in your bathtub right now?
I have none right now because mating season is over. And fortunately, no one's out there buying ducks. Usually around mating season and then Easter time, people, go out and buy ducks and thinks it's so fun. So I don't have any right now. I almost got to last Monday and I decided, you know what, they're good with the person that has them right now, the rescue. So I figured I would not do that against what my heart wanted me to do. I said, no, I'll leave them there.
So I have a question. I love animals. I love to have them. I love to eat them. Like, I just love animals. I want to have animals to watch them make more animals.
Okay.
And so, how in the hell do you bring baby ducks in and raise them and then let them go? Like, I mean, I wouldn't do that with a kitty cat or with my puppy dog.
I don't let them go.
I would just have. I would. So they're not in your bathtub. Do you eat them? Are they in your freezer?
No,
I mean, that's cool
don't eat them. No, I find homes for them. I place them in. I have 3 ducks in a farm that's not too far from me. I actually just got to go and visit a mallard that I raised. Was my first mallard baby, and he had flown away at the farm, and I didn't get a chance to see him when he was fully grown. And he came back, and I just went a couple days ago, and I finally got to see one of my baby mallards fully grown. His head feathers are coming in green. He's absolutely beautiful. A little bit more on the wild side, so I didn't pick him up. But I have a farm that I take them to, and then there's a rescue in Elsinore, Lake Elsinore Duck Pond. And I've got about 3 or 4 ducks there that I go and visit often. I donate my time. I try to donate lettuce or spinach or whatever food items they need when I can. But I just go and cuddle my babies and say hi. And it's kind of hard to find the mallards once they're grown. I randomly say, Charlie. And the guy laughs at me because he's got about 50 wild mallards. He's like, you're insane. I'm like, one of these days he'll come to me. So no, I would never.
I think you're missing a huge opportunity, and I think we named it down. If you're a Cupcake Coley fan, if you're a Cupcake Coley fan, you're part of the flock. You gotta start naming your fans the flock.
I love it. Yes, that'd be awesome.
Listen, I will only take 10% of whatever you make off the flock.
Okay.
That's it. Like, we're super straight line.
Right
on.
So
now we expect merch to be posted in at least 3 to 12 days.
Okay.
Flock merch with Cupcake Coley to be posted. If you're not doing that, then you're not serious about your ducks. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And listen, even more thoughts. I mean, if you want to, because we came up with it here on Bass and Brews, right? If you could maybe put Paul's beard on the duck for the flock. Mm-hmm. Just saying.
I think that sounds pretty good.
Ideas.
We could make him number 1.
Look, if we do that, let me know in advance because I'll blow dry my beard out.
Okay.
Because it's about 18 inches longer when I blow dry it out.
You got the Duck Dynasty beard going?
First of all, I had my beard way before fucking Duck Dynasty came on TV. That's triggered. The first thing.
Okay.
Second of all, I've been clean shaven once since May 17th, 2008. Otherwise, I have looked this pretty for that many years. I
like it. It looks good on you.
Oh, I know. Well, May 17th, 2008 is the morning I got married. I got married.
Thank you.
Look, the day I got married, I had to start growing my beard out that morning after I got married. It's the only way I keep fucking women from beating down the door, peeking in the windows and shit. It was the only way I could do it. I had to grow the beard to hide the pretty.
I think I need to start growing a beard too. I think I might get on that ginger muffin Paul train.
It's 2021, Coley. You do you. Grow that beard.
When Alex retires, when he's retired, he's growing his beard out.
I am. The wife is not looking forward to it. She thinks it's cute after I don't shave it for like a week. But I'm not shaving or cutting my hair. I'm just going to look. I'm going to look like Tom Hanks from Castaway. And that'll just be my daily life. Exactly.
Oh, look at Paul's hair. Looking good. Look,
my hair used to be down past my shoulders, and it was big curls. I kind of look like a country Jesus.
Amen, Paul, brother. Amen.
Hold on. Paul, we've done this show way too much. As soon as you said my hair went down to my shoulders, instantly I'm like, he's going to mention country Jesus. I know you at this point in our relationship that I'm like, he's going to say he's country Jesus. And you did it, and it's amazing.
For all of our listeners and fans out there, I can marry you legally, depending on what your state allows. I am a minister of the gospel and can legally marry people, and I have done it quite a few times. And FYI, I'm 100%. Ain't nobody got divorced yet.
Listen, you come to Bass and Brews for the weekly distraction of good podcasts, and you stay for the marriage. That's our new tagline.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Go to Jigs and Bigs for good podcasting.
That's it. Hair and beards and marriage aside, let's get into Coley. So, when did you start fishing?
Really? Can you see? Wait. Can you see the shade of red? I mean, it's like going down. Like, I can't look at you right now because I caught it and I let it go. But then Ginger Muffin Paul over here, oh my goodness, look how red I am. Okay. You know what? I brought a backup just in case. I just might have to because, whoo! Okay, I can do this. I got this.
Coley said the hell with that 20% beer, but she's over there chugging Goldschlager right now.
Goldschlager? Bite your tongue, son.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Look,
what is that?
Gentleman Jack.
Yeah, Gentleman Jack. Yeah, because we're going to talk about this because you have a lot of skills outside of fishing, but you give me a 750, a green label Evan Williams, and I'll drink every drop of that thing and still be able to function. I can promise you.
Oh, very good. Okay, I think I'm back.
Okay, so
all right, take two.
This was evolved quick. Yeah. So
I snorted.
All right, Coley, how did you start fishing?
Okay.
This one's gonna mark down as the giggliest episode that we've had.
Wow. Okay. I'm good.
Thank God we don't edit nothing. I gotta turn the fan on. I'm over here sweating too. This is fucking gold.
I'm sweating too. That's why I was doing this. Okay. Want to try this again?
Okay. How'd you start fishing? What did I miss? Hold on. Let's break. Did I mess up? I'm so confused now. What did I say?
For real?
All right. How did you start fishing, Miss Cupcake? How did you start fishing? Just fuck Alex. He look.
I'll text you on the down low, Alex. I'll explain it to you later. Okay.
All right.
Alex ain't seen his wife in like 3.5 weeks. Just forget he exists right now. How'd you start?
What did I say? Oh, geez.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I'm serious. What did I say? Hold on. We're taking a pause here. What did I say?
Okay, go ahead, Paul. Would you like to tell him how he introduced me?
So now that we're done talking about ducks and beards and something or another else, now we're gonna get into Coley.
Now let's get into Coley.
Let's get into Coley.
Okay. Well, some of us are adults. So
some of us are.
Hold on. Yeah. So he says it. Well, he says it. Coley and I start busting out laughing, and Alex is over here. He's laughing because we're laughing. So all right.
I thought it was the beard comment. I thought it was the beard and the hair comment, not the.
All right, folks.
Yep.
All right, folks.
Yep.
All right, folks. At about the 18
minute mark.
No, it's before that. About the 17-minute mark. Start watching if you're listening to the podcast. Make a note to go watch it from 17 minutes to 18:30. You have to watch this because Alex is busting out laughing at the wrong stuff.
Cheers.
Okay.
Go
Progress.
ahead. No, this is how I do interviews now because we're gonna do a little tin cup.
I don't have any.
Yeah,
well, you got your 8%.
There you go. All right, let's try to do this. Let's reset at the 19-minute mark.
Okay.
All right, let's get into Coley. How did you start fishing?
When I first started getting into it, obviously I went with my dad when I was a kid. He was a pathfinder for a youth group at the church, and went, various different times with him, but never really did it on the regular. I'd say probably back in 2015, 2016, one of my best girlfriends and I would go trout fishing every Thursday morning. We'd go to a local lake. We'd rent a boat. We knew the guys that ran the lake, and they'd help us out with a boat, and we'd go down there. And I'm not the best trout fisherman, especially at the time. I didn't, I grew up bass fishing when I did fish, so didn't really know.
I hate to interrupt, but we say either fisher or angler here. You don't say hunterman.
What?
So it ain't fisherman. It's either fisher or angler.
Okay, angler. Fisher.
Thank you.
Fisher. Is that kind of like rod and pole? Fisher, angler.
Yeah. No, you don't say hunterman.
This is true.
I've been school. Exactly. When I give that analogy, that's what every single person go. This is true.
I've got to add that to the rules in the beginning. Like all the other things that I tell you before you come on, I've got to add, hey, don't say fisherman because it's going to trigger Paul.
I learned something new. So I started being an angler, I would say, with a good girlfriend of mine, and we had a blast. We had a good old time. She'd always catch a whole bunch, and I just kind of went along for the ride and captained the boat and had fun. But I think back in 2016, I went to visit my brother in Michigan, and he lives on a lake there, and I just got into it, and it was super fun. Caught my first catfish there in 27-degree weather. It was my last night. I was determined that I was going to catch a fish on that trip. It was cold. It was snowing. I was still out on the pontoon trying to catch a bass. Last night I was there, we went to the bar, and the bartender, my good friend Mindy, she said, hey, I got a rod and a bucket of worms in the back of the trunk. You want to go out and see if you can catch one? I said, I sure do. An hour later, I came back with my first catfish, and I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to start doing this a little bit more. So I went back every year and fished with my brother. We got up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and his father-in-law had a pontoon boat. We took it out every day, and we always had, biggest fish, most fish, first fish on, any kind of competition we could possibly get. And it was nothing but smack talking from 6:30 in the morning until 9:30 or so. We'd come in and have a big old breakfast, and then I'd go fish off the dock. And it kind of stuck with me. I really enjoyed it.
And where is this? Because you're in California now. So where is this in California? Is it in Oklahoma?
It's in Michigan, Long Lake, Michigan.
Oh, you said Michigan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
So you transitioned from the fishing. When did you move into making it into a social media thing?
I would say I probably did that in August of 2019 because I was kind of looking at some different things and wasn't really sure what I wanted to do and had some ideas, which still might pull out of the hat at some point. So I can't share them exactly right now, but was kind of toying around with different things. And I decided that I was going to give it a shot and let's see how it goes. And for anyone who's been following me for a long time, they'll know that I didn't erase all of my previous pictures. So you kind of got a gander into my life for the past 5 years. I recently updated my page and got rid of all those. So
those were the incriminating ones.
I know, some good ones, right? I left some of the ones on, the hiking stuff and the obstacle course races that I got into for a while. I keep finding myself, attaching myself to a new hobby, but for whatever reason, fishing's not going anywhere, and this one stuck. And I'm really, really enjoying it. It's very peaceful for me. Plus, the smack talking's a lot of fun too.
And so you do a lot of bass fishing too. Is that what you initially wanted to go into, or did you just fish for anything that bit? No, I targeted largemouth bass specifically, and it wasn't until this year that I started going after smallmouth. I tried for walleye in Michigan when I went this summer, didn't have any luck. And then I went to Oklahoma 3 times where my little fishing buddy, his name is Sawyer Buck. He's fishing and frogging on Instagram. And he's my little 7-year-old fishing buddy. And he rocks the hook set, hoodlums hat as well. We go fishing in the Arkansas River. We go to the Illinois River. I got my first smallmouth. So I really got excited about that. The next trip I went out, I'm going to target gar. I had a big fat one come on. It jumped up out of the water and it bit right through my line and it was gone. And everyone saw it, but my GoPro wasn't on. I couldn't believe I didn't have the GoPro on. I was like, no,
listen, no GoPro didn't happen. Listen,
I know, trust me.
It's funny though, now that you're hook set fam, we've got a member up there hooked up north. Him and his wife are up there, and he just caught, Paul, what was the size of that smallmouth? That thing was a damn football. Like, it was insane.
He said it was 6 pounds, 5 ounces, but it was more like 2 pounds, 19 ounces. I mean,
But
Josh was holding it close. I'm pretty sure he put the fish stretcher on it.
But
that was a big ass.
Now that you're part of the Hookset family, you got an option up there. He fishes with his wife, and they both go out there and they slay monster pike and smallmouth. So
Oh, I love pike too. I've been catching. It was largemouth, and then whenever I went to Michigan, I would go for pike. Come on, the fight is fun.
I was about to say pike in Cali. Like,
no, in northern Michigan. Yeah, the fight is so much fun. And then, of course, when you get it on the boat, the boys always made me hold it because I was the newbie on the boat. So there may be a little screaming involved a couple times. And I don't know if you saw a recent picture I posted that was a throwback. And I had that pike in a Coley chokehold.
Look, I ain't never in my life seen a fish choke. But you need to go look at this picture because that fish, I mean, it was like it was looking at the camera like, help me.
He honked. I squeezed him so hard.
Now,
I was scared of losing a finger.
I was about to say, when you're holding them, so I catch, we don't have pike in South Jersey where I fish, but we do have chain pickerel and big old nasty ones, right?
Okay.
I call jackfish. They're fucking
jackfish in North Carolina. No, they're not. In North Carolina they are because you guys don't know how to speak, but everywhere else they're chain pickerel. But I cannot do you hold them where you put your hand in the gill? Like, how you go
you're supposed
the gill?
To. Yeah,
I don't do that.
You're supposed to do that. I haven't
exactly.
I haven't quite mastered that yet. I plan to the next time, but they literally just said, they started screaming at me, grab it. And it was my brother and his father-in-law, and they were yelling at me, and it was 7 o'clock in the morning, and I grabbed it and I held it up. I was like, take my picture. And I just squeezed the life out of him.
Look, his eyeballs were protruding.
Oh, you hush, Paul. He swam away just fine.
His tongue was hanging out the side. I mean, it looked like a damn cartoon. I want to
get my boots on because it's getting pretty thick up in here. So I better go get my boots real quick, hanging out with you.
Well, look, this is how it is. I'm here to banter.
Okay. Yes. He swam off just fine. And I did catch another one. And I did hold him.
Killed him.
No, he swam off. I caught another one. And he didn't have the chokehold.
Yeah, he swam to wrap it all together, that pike swam off just fine to go eat a duck later on. So it worked out perfectly.
Why did I eat a duck?
Have you seen?
Because that's what jackfish do. They eat
total
ducks.
Derailment. Have you ever seen? There's a video circling. If you go onto YouTube, and you search pike eating duck. You can watch this pike. There's like a mama duck, baby duck, baby duck, baby duck.
You're breaking my heart, Alex.
Listen. They were all good. They're swimming. And you can watch this pike come in, and he's watching. And then all of a sudden, wham! And the last duck did not. Dude, he took the duck down. That duckling down, like one bite. And
we were friends. You and I, we were friends. But, it's like.
Listen, they make duck lures for a reason, right? Listen, I don't get offended.
You're right.
I don't get offended. All these people throwing rat lures. My name's Swamp Rat Fishing. People are like out there throwing me around for bait. I don't get upset. Like it's the law.
You're correct. You're correct. I'm not going to go looking for it, but you're right.
So I remembered what I forgot earlier. And so time's out. I need you both to say this word one at a time. SALMON.
Yeah, salmon.
Salmon.
Yeah.
All right. Say the word S or the name SAL.
Sal.
Now say the name SAL with the last 3 letters MON.
Salmon.
It's not. Yeah, it's pronounced salmon.
No. It is salmon. It is salmon. You don't say.
No.
You don't say my name. My name is SAL. No. You don't say my name is SAL and you're like, oh, your name's. I can't even say salmon improperly.
Paul, do
From
you
the Carolinas,
do you
you
eat
don't
Mexican
have
food ever? Do you enjoy Mexican food, Paul?
I grew up on a pizza.
Get him with the
Yes.
jalapeno. Get
Yeah,
him with the
that's what I was gonna
jalapeno.
get it with. Do you
Get
say
him with the
jalapeno or jalapeno?
No, it's jalapeno.
Exactly. So why is it okay for the J to be an H in a jalapeno, but the L can't be silent in salmon?
Because
salmon.
you don't. It's salmon.
Salmon.
Boom.
Can I have the salmon
new
platter,
co-host.
please? They'd be like, what are you asking for?
Ain't nobody ever, when I say salmon, ain't nobody ever, except all the people at the table, ain't no waitress or waiter ever gone, what'd you say?
Yeah, but when you go in the back of the house where I am, oh my gosh, you got to hear what this guy just ordered.
And you know what? And we're best friends by the end of the night because I'm fun to be around.
Absolutely. You're the salmon guy.
Yes.
Every time you come in, oh, there's Paul, the salmon guy.
Look, y'all say the name Sal. But y'all can't say salmon.
Listen, language has evolved past backwater Carolina. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, Paul. This is why I'm on the show. You bring the looks, I bring the intellect.
Oh, fuck no, we don't, Mr. Hell no. Shit. There ain't no,
right.
well, first of fucking all, there ain't no intellect brought to this unless Sean the Fisherman's on.
Oh, yeah, Sean kills it. Man, that guy's a smart guy on fishing.
He is, except his definition of luck fucking sucks. Anyway,
right.
Let's get back
we covered that. Yeah, so what's your favorite type of body of water to fish? Are you river? Are you pond? Are you lake? Ocean?
I haven't done ocean fishing since I was about 12. I do want to dabble in that and get out there. As you know, we're in a huge drought in California right now, so the lakes are really, really low. But
I mean,
I've
not
been
in a drought anymore, right? We just got dumped on, right? We should be good. Like, I'm here now, and the whole state freaked
sprinkles.
out. Yeah,
that was 2 days freaked out. Yeah, everyone. You can't drive on the freeway. It's what is it called? What are they calling it? Stormwatch 2021, and it's a bomb cyclone.
Bomb
it's
cyclone.
Sprinkles.
I tried to get an Uber. There's one lowly Uber driver, and they were going to charge me what would have been a $9 trip. They were going to charge me $27, and they said to extreme dangerous weather. And I looked outside, and it was raining.
Sprinkles.
I said, listen, I'm done here. I'm done here already. But we digress.
The government's paying for it, so why are you worried about that? That shit ain't cutting your per diem.
All right, so
lakes were my go-to. I would fish with a buddy of mine. He had a really nice bass boat, and my home lake was Lake Paris, and I really got to know that lake really well. And he had a 6-year-old. Well, at the time, he was a 4-year-old little boy. So the deal was, since I'm a nanny as well as a bartender, that I would look after the little boy, and he would fish. But then I got to fish too, and now the little boy is like a rock star fisherman as well. So the three of us go out there, and it's so much smack talking and so much fish catching. It's awesome. So I do really, really enjoy being on the lake. And I just recently got into the river when I went to Oklahoma. I think I went once a month for the last 3 months. And Arkansas River, we got a Zodiac, and we just paddled down the Illinois River and fished off of it and got out and stood in the river. And that's where I caught my first smallie. And I'll tell you what, like, there's nothing like standing in a river and reeling in a fish. So I'm definitely loving river fishing right now for sure.
So
we normally cover
Oklahoma. Jesus Christ. I thought we'd be able to get this shit together.
I'm the host. I get precedence. So normally we have kayak folks. Have you thought about
bitch, I can delete you now. You don't know that?
Have you thought about getting into a kayak?
I have. Actually, I looked at one that I was looking at. It was the Old Town 106 Minn Kota. Because if I'm going to do it, I'm not going to go small. I'm going to go big. I want a trolling motor on it. I want the stability on it. There's a dealer up north, actually not too far from you, that I was going to go check it out on my next visit, because my brother lives in Michigan and also lives in the Bay Area as well. He splits his time. So if I take a drive up there, I was going to go check him out and see. But I don't like to jump into something that I haven't tested out first. So I don't know anyone that has one. I talk to everyone that I see, when I'm bank fishing, because right now I'm doing a lot of bait fishing because my buddy's boat is up at the Delta. So I'm talking to all the different anglers that I meet, and I'm like, hey, you know, what do you like about this kayak? What do you like about that? I thought about getting a little, 14-foot Valco boat with just a 4-stroke on the back and building it out to where build the deck out so it's like a bass boat. And I don't care what anyone says. Like, I'm just out there to have a good time and fish. I'll go by myself.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
exactly.
I have considered it. I am looking at it. I'm not sure if I want to save up and actually get a small boat or if I want to go kayak. But whatever it is, I definitely want to give it a shot. I tried a standard kayak in Michigan. My girlfriend took me out there. Good friend of mine, Mindy, that caught me helped me get the catfish. She took me out this last trip, and we had standard kayaks, and I had a big old giant water ski life vest on because that's all that was available to me. But again, I didn't care because I'm like, I'm on an adventure and I'm going to try it. And we caught some fish, nothing real big, but I tell you, it was fun. And we got to paddle around, and I thought, okay, I think I can get into this if I had the right kayak and the right setup. I think I could definitely get into this.
I think you're in a great area for it. You talk about how your brother is in kind of splits time in the Bay Area, right? So now that I'm here, I've been kind of researching the fishing, right? And not a lot of freshwater fishing in the Bay Area, right? But the leopard shark and the halibut kayak fishing scene is like insane here.
Really?
And I think, like it's a big deal. And I looked at, like, there's tons of, like, I'm in Oakland/Alameda, East Bay, right? And it's huge. Like, dudes or, folks launching kayaks from the beach and only paddling out like maybe 100 yards and then getting on giant leopard sharks. Like, I was like, yeah. And you're right. I mean, if you come to visit, there you go. You gotta, come visit the brother. There you got the opportunity for that. But there's tons of opportunities, and they got stripers. I didn't know that either. Like, I didn't know Bay Area has a lot of stripers. I thought it was an East Coast fish. I was totally wrong. And it's a huge deal. And you could do it all like in the bay. You don't even have to go outside Golden Gate into the ocean. You don't have to go out front. You can do it all inside the bay. So
that would definitely.
So I got two things. One, Alex, spell leopard.
L-E-O. Oh man, no, that's it. Leopard. No, we're done. Okay.
Yeah, so there we go there. Secondly,
yes.
Shit, I forgot. I had a point.
He tried to shit on me. He tried to shit on me. He got the shit on me, and then he failed at doing the next part.
He forgot the rest of it.
I forgot the fishing part of bass and brews.
I have noticed on your account, and I do enjoy that too. I'm a multi-species person too. I like to go out for kind of whatever's out there. I try, I'm always going for big old fat Larrys, right? That's my primary goal. But if I can get a big old crappie.
What the fuck is a Larry?
Yeah.
A largemouth. But if I can get crappie or big old bluegill, like, I love that. And I got the opportunity this summer to go out with a friend of mine, 609 Fishing, shout out to him. And we did some South Jersey saltwater fishing. And it was just awesome. And I kind of stress that to a lot of folks. Like, when people think about the boat, and then I'm not trying to sway you from anything, but the boat involves like maintenance and a bunch of other stuff, right? And especially if you get an old town like you were thinking, there's no maintenance involved. Like, you get this, like, you still get the freedom of going out there whenever you want. You're not held by boat launches like if you are in a boat. So I just want to say, like, you should get a kayak, yo. Like, get out there, get in that plastic boat, get your GoPro going. Like, it'll be good.
I thought for sure I was going to flip that kayak, and I don't know, by the grace of God, I stayed in it. I don't know how.
I feel like people are always worried about that. I feel like they're really hard to flip. I mean, some of the, like, your Walmart brand ones, those things are going to be easier. But so I have an Old Town, and I can walk on the railing, like on the side.
Let me see.
I can walk all the way up and down.
I want
to see. You can go back to the YouTube channel, Paul. I do it in almost every video.
You walk on the railing? You walk. Man.
Yes.
You.
It's my YouTube channel. Yes. It's a YouTube channel you're a part of.
It's our YouTube channel
now. So we have both actually.
Wait till you see the shit I got planned to post when you're out at sea.
you know.
So Miss Cupcake, this is what I'm going to tell you about buying the kayak.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So this one I'm going to, and this is coming from somebody that would tell this to anybody from my experience. Buy either some type of pedal kayak or some type of trolling motor kayak, unless you're primarily fishing moving water, shallow creeks, shallow rivers. Buy a pedal or paddle if you're going to be fishing big water, because it's going to be way easier to fish.
Oh, for sure.
And you've been fishing in boats. Your buddy's got a bass boat. Y'all been fishing in the bass boat. If you get a paddle kayak, every time you go fishing, about 5 minutes into fishing, you want to take that paddle and split your head open with it.
Yeah.
So, because you're used to having hands.
Yeah.
When you're paddling, your fucking hands is gone. You're over there trying to fish with your feet, and the caveman and the Three Stooges couldn't even make that shit work.
Right. Yeah,
But
I definitely want a trolling motor for sure. If I go that route, I definitely
I'm going to defer for Paul, though. I just want to make sure folks don't, like if your budget doesn't allow for that, I think it's more important to get on the water, to get out from the bank more than anything else. Because once you get out from the bank, your world of opportunity expands so much more than the spots where every other bank beater is hit, right? So you can get out.
Yeah.
So if you can't afford a pedal, or I think you're just fine in a paddle to start out with. That's just my counterpoint. Hence why me and Paul are the most opposite co-hosts ever.
Save that $200, $300, $600 that you're going to spend for a paddle boat. Save it.
How much was your
patient.
Hobie? How much was your Hobie?
I paid $2,500 for mine.
Okay, so or you can get a $400 pedal or paddle kayak from Bass Pro.
Or you can pay $120 and get a blow up, or you can pay $120, get a blow up boat, a trolling motor, and a battery, and go out on that. I mean, I'm saying from the kayak standpoint. So if you have enough money to pay for a $400 kayak, save up so that you can spend $1,000 and get a used pedal kayak.
Maybe. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
Dwell on it too much. Yeah, I got it.
Because you know I'm right. Yes,
no, not at all. But I don't want to argue about it. But so, Coley, would you say you're more of a finesse fisherman?
Absolutely.
Also fisherman, because it's my show, or power. Finesse.
Oh, absolutely finesse. Yeah. I'm just starting to get into some bait casting. Everything I have is a spinner. I just got an ambush. I think it got delivered 2 days ago because I wanted to start, again, I don't like to buy something if I haven't had a chance to try it. I spend $300 on a rod, and then I don't like it. Then it just sits in the garage, and I'm not going to do that. So I got this ambush to try out. I want to get a Corrado DC and start teaching myself a little bit more. I kind of picked it up in Michigan. Nobody was around. I was waiting for the boys to get down at the dock. They were sleeping. So I picked up the father-in-law's baitcaster, and I started throwing it, and he's like, you better not get a bird's nest or a backlash in that. And sure enough, I didn't. So every chance I got, I was throwing it, and the guys that I fish with at the pond have been really generous, and they're like, here, throw mine. And I'm so nervous because I don't ever want to get a big old backlash, and they're beautiful reel, so they let me fish with it, and I'm getting a little bit better. So I figured, okay, I got the rod just a couple days ago. Then I'm going to get my baitcaster set up, and I'm going to start practicing that a little bit more. So everything I've done has been finesse up until now. So I caught one fish, I think, a couple months ago on a Lucky Craft on a baitcaster. My buddy took me out, and he let me borrow his setup. It was a Corrado SLX, and I really liked that as well. And I was seriously last cast, getting ready to go in. I had a doctor's appointment, and I caught about a 3.5 pounder. And he's like, I've never even seen a fish that big out of here before. So I was smiling pretty big that day.
One of my fishing buddies here that he has a big nitro I fish with. Anytime he takes his wife out, she always catches the biggest fish. Always. It's so funny. So Alex has got to go tinkle. So here's what we're doing. He didn't even give the signal to go tinkle, which is weird.
What's the signal in case I need to give it to you?
I got to tinkle.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be something cute, you know, like.
Hey, close the door, Alex. This dude left the door open. Usually I write it on the whiteboard. I got to tinkle. So anyway, Look, let me tell you about power fishing. The misnomer with power fishing and spinning reels is, and I got to talk really loud because he left the door open while he went tinkle. So here's, you can throw a chatterbait on the spinning reel and finesse fishing is just, that's people like that shit it doesn't exist. Like I throw most of my jerk baits on a spinning reel because I can
throw a rattle trap on a spinner.
Yeah, I can throw that jerk bait way farther on that spinning reel. You know what?
I played with it a little bit. I definitely, jerk baits and spinner baits and the rattle trap. I mean, if I'm gonna learn, if that's all I got, that's what I'm gonna do. And once I get into a bait caster, then I'll already have, some of the skill, in there. So I just like to try new things, and sometimes I create my own lures. Like I'll take a piece of this one and a piece of that one, and like, let me see if it works. And sure enough, like it works. I remember one day I was fishing at a local pond. There's a pond about maybe 2 miles from my house that I fished at daily for the last year and a half, 2 years. And this old guy, he comes up over the hill. I'd never seen him before. And he says to me, I got this hook set hat on. I got a matchy outfit, whatever. But I looked like I knew what I was doing. I had a 25-pound tackle bag with me, 3 rods with me. Like clearly I knew what I was doing. And he says, "You don't know how to fish." And I said, "Oh yeah." And he goes, "Yeah, you don't know what you're doing." And I said, "Okay." And I let it go because, I'm used to it. It's a pond with a bunch of older guys. And he says, "Well, I'm king of this here pond." And I said, "That's funny. I fish here every day for the last 2 years. I've never seen you." He's like, "Well, I caught 35 bluegill here one day." And I said, "Oh, honey, you're cute. You should know bluegill don't count." Shut him up right quick. And I smiled and I just kept going. And all my buddies that are down at the pond, we call ourselves the bass holes. It's kind of our little name that we gave ourselves. Yeah. Man, they were all laughing and they're like, "Don't mess with Coley. Like, I can take it, but I can give it right back."
I was about to say, you're a perfect fit because that's some hoodlum shit right there.
Yeah,
like, you fucking
I'm polite, I'm courteous, but you push me and I always got my knife on me. I always got some kind of something on me. I got that chokehold.
She's stabbing. She's gonna choke you. She's gonna stab you, and then
chokehold and the stab.
Look,
man, I don't mess around.
Look, it ain't called stabbing. When you have a knife and you put it into a person, we call it a jug.
See, I call it shanking.
Well, you've been to prison. Have you been in jail? Have you ever been to jail?
Listen, hold on.
Whoa,
you don't have to answer that. I don't know if your parole officer is watching. I don't know if you want to let out about your criminal past, because it's from what I understand. I mean, I'll let you explain.
Explain what?
I don't know. I just made all that up. It seemed like good radio.
No, Paul, I just watch a lot of movies, and that's what they call it in the movies. Shanking. I thought it sounded tougher than what'd you call it? Jabbing?
Jugging.
What?
Jugging.
Yeah, no.
That sounds like some Guggen shit.
It doesn't sound very tough.
I want some folks to take some vacation time, take some PTO, take some vacation, come down here. We'll go fishing. We'll go down to South Carolina. We'll go pig jugging.
Pig jugging. Okay.
We're going to go find wild pigs in the woods, and after the dogs tire them out, we're going to go jug them, and then we'll eat them later.
Okay. Yeah, I've been frogging, but I've never been jugging.
So we call it gigging down here.
Yeah, gigging. That's right.
Yeah, you got to accentuate the I, gigging.
I don't know how we went from Bass and Brews to English and assholes is what we've turned into. I don't know. I had to step out for a minute for as Paul
we heard.
Say it.
We heard. We heard.
No, you didn't. I turned
Yes,
off
we
the
did.
headphones.
I promise you we did.
No, we heard the whole
No.
thing.
No, you didn't.
Look at your text
You must have
message.
been holding that for a while, huh, Alex?
I was. Did you really hear it? Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, well, enjoy that, podcast fans. Did you cover your top 3 finesse baits?
Oh my God, you're skipping my questions.
There you go. So what you say you fish finesse? What would you say are your top 3 finesse baits that you're going to throw? Your confidence baits.
Senko, drop shot Senko, wacky rig, robo worm. I really like, and then I really, really, really like. You're gonna laugh. I like to drop shot a 3-inch Kitech, and I swim it like an injured fish. So I kind of like bring it up, let it fall, and I just kind of and when I'm on Lake Paris, I don't know why, but back in the trees, I can get them every time.
Yep.
So I really like those. And then I can swim it too. You have, options with that bait, but that's how I like to do that one.
You are a very California angler. I love that you threw 2 drop shot baits in that one. That's a very California thing.
I'm not going
to try to sway you. I know Paul isn't so much a fan, but throw that swim jig. Get yourself a good Beast Coast fishing swim jig. Woo.
Okay.
You'll put a hurting on them. All
right.
I'm not a fan because the lakes where I am, the swim, we don't have any grass. Yeah. So instead of a swim jig, I'm going to throw a 3/4 ounce chatterbait, or I'm going to throw a 3/4 ounce big bladed spinner bait because, it's not, I mean, we're just not in grass, and it's dirty water. And I like to catch big fish. I don't like to catch like little 8-inchers and pretend they're big. I'm sorry I'm being mean. Okay. That was over the line. That was over the line. I apologize, Alex. I love you.
I know, and I love you too, brother. We've had so many side notes. I'm sorry, Coley.
Whoa. Water's not fucking allowed on this podcast.
I grabbed the wrong thing. I grabbed the wrong thing. I was trying to keep eye contact with y'all. I didn't want to look away. I got you. I'm looking right at your eyes. I got you.
So total side note. So I haven't caught a fish since like September 16th. Right. That was the last time I went fishing. I slayed. It was awesome. It was a good time. But something came up there. I don't know why I all of a sudden thought of this. So I was talking to my wife today, and I'm going to mention this because now she's listening to the podcast because I'm gone. So she loves to hear this fucking raspy bullshit voice, I guess.
Oh my God, you're having another baby? Congratulations.
No, it wouldn't be mine.
Oh, you got fixed?
So, no, I'm not there.
But this was back almost a month ago now.
It was, yeah. But I talked to her today, and she was like, "I love it." And shout out to you, Amanda. You're a fucking tough ass lady, and you're killing it right now with this single mom game. Why I'm here, but she recalled back to, and it was, I think, your first podcast. Somehow height got involved. And I mentioned that I'm 5'9", and she called. When I talked to her today, we talked about the kids, all this other stuff. And then she goes, "Oh, yeah, hey, and when the fuck have you been 5'9"? And I said, "What do you mean? That's my height." And she's like, "Motherfucker, you're like 5'8" on a good day." And I was like, God damn. I hate you and love you so much right now. And she goes, if anybody like actually meets you from your podcast, they're going to be sorely disappointed that you're so fucking short. And I was like,
oh my God.
God damn it, lady.
Bobby Roast Beef really might be your daddy.
He might be. He's a short guy too. We kind of have a similar voice. Mine's a little more tobacco infested than his, but yeah.
Well, if I ever meet you in person, I promise not to wear my heels because I'm 6 foot in heels.
Fucking A, yeah, that's a.
I'll wear my chucks. My chucks are my Nike.
Thank you.
Cupcake Coley.
Wear the heels. I'll wear the heels. You wear the chucks.
There you go.
Cupcake Coley is going to look like George Mirajan, and Alex is going to look like fucking Muggsy Bogues over here.
I'm gonna look like
He's like,
Willow.
hey,
I don't know how
Cupcake,
old
it's nice
people
to
are.
meet you.
Like Willow. If you're a younger listener, look up
Willer?
Willow.
Willer?
Do you not know that
Willer.
movie? No, stop.
Wheeler.
Not Wheeler. Not Jacoby Wheeler, the semi-pro fisherman. But all right, Coley, it's been great having you on here.
Whoa.
Hold on. We're gonna get to.
Look, do y'all see the veins coming out in Alex's face right now?
We're gonna get to the hot topic, right? And before we get started, I actually
what's your
remember
real
the
name?
Okay.
Coley.
Yeah. Paul, what's your name?
What is your name, Paul?
Ginger Muffin.
All right. So
hold a time out. We didn't get into this. We didn't get into this.
Yes.
We didn't get into this. Look, y'all. So anybody that listens to the podcast might not know this, but most people who watch it, you'll see that when I put a name on, it has something to do with a guest or, something funny. I change my name week to week typically. And so this week we're having Cupcake Coley on. So I'm like, shit, yeah, motherfucker, I'm going to be Ginger Muffin Paul. And Alex, every episode, he looks at me and goes, okay, he does his little blah, bibbity, blah, blah intro. Oh, let's see who we got today. Oh, so-and-so, diddy-da-da, my name. Anyway, today I'm so excited. First, Cupcake Coley signs on. Ain't no cupcake in her name. Second, we start the podcast. We start the podcast, and Alex calls me fucking Paul. I'm like, this motherfucker ain't called me Paul since the first episode I was a guest. And so here I am, Ginger Muffin, and Cupcake and Mr. Swamp Rat over here fucked that all up for I don't even know what reason. So my feelings is hurt right now. I'm in my fucking feelings.
I didn't put Cupcake because clearly you were a little confused in our DMs when my name says Cupcake Coley, and under Cupcake Coley it says Coley. So that's my name. And you said, what's your name? And I said, Coley, what's your name?
Coley.
Pulling back the curtain.
I didn't want to confuse anybody. I was looking out for you.
Pulling back the curtain.
2021.
Paul,
the names that people put on their social media, people put on their social media ain't their name.
Well, go look at my page after we get off, and underneath Cupcake Coley, it says Coley. Like Cupcake Coley.
But it ain't got no last name.
Coley.
But Coley's
not putting her last name on the internet.
Yeah, definitely not doing that.
Yeah,
my last name's on my internet.
Well,
you can find my address and you can find my address and cell phone number on the internets.
I have that, and
on the internet.
If you keep distracting me, Paul, I'm gonna post all of that information live. All of your personal information.
If y'all come here with harm in your hearts, you will get fucked up. Otherwise, yes, Cole, it is internets because there's a lot of internet in this
There's more than one.
Yes.
I need to come where you live because I need more internets because I only have one and I don't get good service. So I need internet.
I just got one.
Well, here, I mean, when you chose to live in California, you chose to have one internet. Down here on the southeast coast, we get internets.
I could be and having multiple internets. I'm in the wrong state, I tell you.
You're right. And down here, we can eat all the salmon we can buy.
Oh, that's right. Your salmon's better than our salmon. I can't even say it without laughing.
No. I won't say it's better because I ain't ever had no real salmon. All my shit's probably froze.
It's not even close. They don't have salmon. Yeah, they don't have salmon in fucking the Carolinas. It's too hot of water.
We do. It's just not the salmon that you get out, from the stove.
I'm never going to hear that word a different way again. It's going to be stuck in my head. I shall say salmon from now on. In honor of sir.
Coley, don't do it. Don't do it. You're instantly going to drop like 2,000 followers instantly. They're going to be like, she's so confused. And then after we do this next segment, we don't even know what's going to happen because this is our most controversial segment. We've either elevated somebody or
people have quit.
Down. We had Josh from Dark Waters who did this segment, and I think he's dead now.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not.
I gotta
and
love
then,
this stuff to do.
He
but
is
then we
alive.
had Ryan Lambert do this, and he killed it at a tournament.
There you go.
So
before
this
the segment, but he still killed
before the segment, yes. But this segment, and I actually remember the name, is Shots Fired. This isn't Jigs and Bigs. We don't have a cool sound system, but what I do have is pew 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 pew. Shots fired. So here's the rules of Shots Fired. One, Paul's gonna read them. Paul, I still can't fucking read them, so you're gonna have to read them off.
Jesus Christ! Well, this is a problem because now I got to go find them, and you should have told me this shit at the beginning of the fucking episode.
Oh, I told you
don't
last
know
episode,
what my notes look
and
like.
I told you the episode before and the episode before. But here's how it works, Coley. You're gonna get 5 seconds max, and you've got to answer these questions that we've got, and you've got to answer them.
Coley, you get a second. His 5 second bullshit.
Fuck it.
Yeah, it's a second.
So aggro.
When I'm done, you answer, and if you say then Alex is answering for you.
Oh,
I don't know if you want that yet.
I'm new. Give me 2.
Yeah, you got it. Don't. Yep, there it is. Bass and Brews. Don't fuck up while Alex is gone list.
Right. And so I made this shared because we both have iCellular phones. I made this for Alex to put the shit on there that I didn't need to fuck up when he wasn't here. And you know what he put on here? Nothing. Not a thing. Everything on here is shit that I gathered just by luck. So anyway.
You're a co-host. All right. Shots fired.
So here we go. Since Alex got fixed, we'll call this blank shots fired.
I'm not fixed. Jesus.
I do what you gotta do. Your wife was like, no more.
I'm not fixed. She's going to be like, motherfucker, you're fixed. She's a Jersey girl. She's going to fly out, not to see me, to, as Coley said, shank me.
Or no, she going to jug your ass.
She going to jug the fuck out of me, bro. Y'all, she going to jug the fuck out of me.
That's not a bad accent. You could be Southern if you want so damn ugly.
Oh, thanks, y'all.
All right. So Coley,
Mm-hmm.
this is the shots fired part of the interview.
We've already introduced it 3 times.
Right. So we're gonna do it again. This is the shots fired part of the interview. Look, I got to get all the seconds I can because my goal is to make this episode an hour and a half every time. Alex has a vein coming.
Let's go.
Look, he's just mad because he has to pee again.
I don't have to pee. I've got to rewind that back now too.
Hey, what are the rods on the wall behind you?
Those are my rods. I just put them there because I don't have any cool decorations in my house because I'm pretty simple. So I just did it just to kind of like look fun. And the flowers I always have.
I don't care about the flowers. Tell us about the rods. Like quickly, are they Finesse rods or medium heavy?
There's
brand?
3 Finesse rods. There's 2 Phoenix. I have a Phoenix Red Eye travel rod that I've been using in Michigan and Oklahoma. Then I have my baby, my go-to, which you're probably going to laugh, but it's a Phoenix Boron. It's a Tennessee grip, and I absolutely love my Tennessee grip. I think it's medium, and then the Ambush I just got the other day, a couple days ago. That one's a medium fast. So I'm just going to experiment a little and see which one I do the best on. I've been fishing a lot with the Phoenix. I love Phoenix rods. Alex, they're locally owned. They're about maybe 20 minutes from here in California. So,
hey,
I love supporting everybody.
Grip? What's a Tennessee grip? I don't know what
Tennessee grip doesn't have the real seat. So you have to take electrical tape or the little O-rings and you O-ring them on. But like I actually have I don't know if I can get it without.
So almost like how down
here in the South we call that a fucking cane pole.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
It's not a cane pole. It's from Tennessee. It's a Tennessee grip. A cane pole is just a sugar cane bamboo pole.
Yeah, I know. So if you got to tape that shit to the pole, it's called a cane pole.
I love it.
Every time Coley sends Paul on a tangent,
Yo, this episode's going an hour and a half because that's his third shot. And by now, he's usually like, either I got to go poop or I got to make a phone call.
It's
so
only
right now
6
he's still
o'clock,
drinking, so
which
we're
is
good.
nice about the East Coast. But
and I will say that cracking open, whether it be a nice beer or a White Claw or the Gentleman Jack at 6 o'clock, that's early, right? That's a little early. I was like,
dude,
good
it's
God.
super early. It's super early. We're used
Like,
to
it's so light out.
when
Look,
I came up with the concept of the show. I was on the East Coast, and we started at 8:30. I at no
There you
point
go.
thought that I was going to end up on the West Coast, and I literally had to tell work of like, hey, I got to cut this short today because I've got to go drink and talk fishing and bullshit at 5 in the evening. And there's still pre-drinks before that, so don't worry.
This should
be
like a 3 hour. This should be a Jugs and Bugs episode where it's 3 hours.
No, because Jugs and Bugs
we can just
hold that
up.
retention, but we can't. So let's go to shots fired.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
All right. Shh. Oh, locally,
nope.
Fish
shots
and rods.
Y'all
need to damn. let me tell you. All right. Cupcake Coley.
Yes.
Crocs or flops?
Oh, dear God, flops. I'm sorry. In California, you don't.
Nope, she's gone.
Did she really drop her?
No, I'm kidding. You're not gone.
It did. I don't know. In California, you don't wear Crocs. It's not a Croc state. I get that they're good shoes, I suppose, for y'all over on the East Coast and in the southern states, but I wear Nikes. I don't even wear the flip-flops, so I wear Nikes. But if I had to choose, I would flops.
Hold up. Paul, I thought you actually dropped her. I didn't know you did the trick where I thought you actually were just like, fuck it. Drop.
I would not do that.
Hey, I'm honest.
Look, here's the thing. I wear flip-flops 99% of the time, unless in my business I can't, so I wear regular shoes. But when I go fishing, I wear Crocs because my sandals get wet and my shit be slipping, my damn feet be slipping out them motherfuckers the whole time.
I can see that. I wear waterproof tennis shoes.
Yeah, is that the ones you got stuck in the mud?
No, those would be my Nikes. I just got off the plane, and 10 minutes later, I got stuck in the mud, and I did it my last trip too. And he said to me, Coley, did you get stuck again? I said, yes, I was trying to get you a frog. I got stuck again. Go get your mom to get me out of here. Yes.
That was a good ass video of y'all in the mud.
That was 100% raw and real. Her husband was filming from over behind us, like, I don't know, 100 yards away. He was laughing. I was like, Toby, can you come help me? He's like, no, you got to figure it out. Like, but no, I just got some waterproof tennis shoes that are awesome because they have the traction that I need and they're kind of mesh and they're pretty comfortable. So when I was fishing in the river, they were really good and they were a little more attractive than maybe some of the other options out there.
So basically, you said waterproof sneakers. So we're going to say Crocs is what she said. Gotcha.
No. All right.
She said flops.
I know.
I said
all right,
flops.
Paul, what do we got next, Paul?
Let me tell y'all something. Fishing is look, people listening, people watching, my co-host and my guest. Listen to this. Fishing is fashion, and the water is my runway.
Okay. Hey, Drew.
Fishing is fashion, and the water is my runway.
My face hurts from smiling so much.
Everybody from Hookset, we have to make that a shirt for the spring line. It has to be fishing is fashion, and I want a bass and high heels. With a
yes.
Look, I will even wear high heels to put the image on there.
It's in my head. It's burned. I don't know.
Listen, go watch his transition pants videos, and you can get a real preview to what that would look like.
All right.
Yeah, you get to see my calves in those. Look, y'all want to see some good corns on the feet? This is what happens when you don't
Put
wear
your
shoes
gout away.
anywhere.
Put your gout away. Put your gout
Look
away.
at them corns. Y'all see them corns? Boy, it's took him 15 years to get them corns built up.
All right, next one, Paul.
Hey, I
What
only
did
did
I
that
sign
because I
up
just
for?
learned there's. I only did
Yeah.
that because I just learned there's a huge foot fetish
Yeah.
in like the TikTok and Instagram world. So I'm just trying to get our views up.
I got somebody sent me a DM and it said he would like pictures of my feet. And I said, what? And I was like,
did you save it? Oh, cool. Did
yeah,
you save it?
Yeah, I have it. I'll send it to you. That's only one weird.
Let me sit. I'll take pictures of my feet and you send them pictures of my feet and say they're yours.
There you go. And then we'll split it 50-50. He wants to pay me to see my feet. I don't like feet. That's
Look,
weird.
Yeah.
Wait,
I hadn't
much,
painted my toenails in like 2 months. So my toenails are half blue, half white, half toenails.
How much was he requesting?
I did not respond. I left it in the request box. I didn't respond.
Listen,
I screenshotted it, but
listen, you guys got to get on that grind, girls. All the girls out there, listen, I'll fucking send feet pics to dudes if you guys want. We'll split the money half and half, just like Paul said.
There we go.
Like,
there we
listen,
go.
if weirdos want feet pics, I feel like send them some feet pics. Just get some money. I'm not a feet guy. I think they're fucking disgusting. But
Yeah.
if some fucking weirdo out there wants to see a foot, $20, $20
Here's
a
the
toe.
problem. But here's the problem. I got pretty feet.
Paul does have some pretty feet. That was a lot of comments on TikTok when I put that Hobie versus Old Town video.
Yeah.
There was a lot of, the
Yeah.
Hobie guy's got good feet.
Yeah. So,
All right, question number 2.
Miss Cupcake. Miss
Yes.
Cupcake. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
From Cali. I know she was going to say yes. West Coast, we always
But she's
say yes
from
to
Michigan.
pineapple.
She lives
No.
in Cali, but she's
No,
I'm
she's
from
not.
California. I fish in
Oh,
Michigan.
yes. Obviously,
oh my God!
he
And
doesn't listen
Oklahoma.
to our guests.
I have no idea who Cupcake Coley is.
Well,
I'm just
you
a
didn't listen
California
to the
girl that wants to
interview.
travel to fish.
Yeah.
Go to the next state to catch the bigger fish.
Well, you need to buy you a kayak and start fishing the national trails, and you
Okay.
can travel to your heart's content.
All right, Paul.
I'll sell
Next
some
one,
feet
Paul.
pictures and
What
I
we
can
got?
get that kayak. Done deal.
Oh hell yeah! I will fund your kayak with my feet.
Okay.
I was looking where he's going to go, but yeah, feet for kayak.
Look, I cut that shit off early. Spend more on a rod or a reel.
Real.
Okay. In a 3-hour session, 5 2-pounders or one
1 7-pounder. 1 10-pounder.
She's already heard
1
the rapid
10-pounder.
fire. 7-pounder.
Okay.
But yes.
7, whatever.
So 10-pounder wasn't a choice, but we will take the 7-pounder.
But actually, she lives in Cali, so saying a 1 10-pounder is probably legit. Like, you're going to get a 10-pounder before anybody else. So
yeah, I mean that was pretty. Yeah, I mean, that was like a 2-pounder where you were in Jersey.
Yeah.
I got a really cool
I'll take
chart.
the big one for sure.
I'm not responding, Paul. I'm not
so you
responding
like
to
big
your
ones?
cyberbullying. Oh,
So you
stop,
like
Paul.
big ones?
Paul,
So-
let's
So
go on to
Coley,
the
what
next
you're
one.
saying is you like big ones.
Yeah.
Okay. I do too. So wacky or Texas rig?
I'm sorry. Say that again. I didn't hear it. I was laughing.
Oh, okay. I thought you was picking on how I said it.
No.
Wacky?
I was wacky or Texas rig. Texas.
Ew. But you're a
I like
finesse
Texas.
angler.
I like Texas.
That's
One
what
of
she
your
picked.
top
That's what she
3
picked.
was whack. Okay.
Oh, you only gave me a second to respond. I do
I gotcha.
Texas and wacky. Depending on what body of water I'm fishing and how deep it is and all that good stuff, what boat I'm on, I like a lot of Texas.
Hey,
They do it on
I
a-
grew up fishing Texas rig.
Yep.
I mean, we
I
called
like
it
it
a
on
Carolina rig, but it was, because we was
Yeah,
in Carolina
I
and
like it.
Texas people can't
I do
beat
well.
us and nothing. Slow jams or hype music?
Hype. I don't do anything slow. It's
All right.
boring.
So, all right, let's dive into this a little bit deeper.
No, we're not going
What
to
kind of height? What kind of height?
Okay.
I like all kinds of music. I work in 3 of the largest music venues in Southern California right now. And I do that because I love live music. So it may not be something that is my particular genre or forte, but once I hear it, if it's got a good rhythm and a good beat, I can enjoy it. My go-to is punk or country. So it's either punk, metal, or country. But as long as it's got a good beat, I'm into it.
So is Alice in Chains a better band than Guns N' Roses?
I really like Guns N' Roses. A little bit more my time. I've seen Alice in Chains. I've seen Guns N' Roses. They're both good.
Hey, going back to punk and country, now that you're a Hookset member, again, Coley is the newest member of the Hookset Hoodlums Pro staff. We have an unofficial band, and that would be the Last Knife Fighter. Do you know who that is?
I do not.
I have no idea who that is either.
You should probably check them out. It's like when it comes to the country western genre, it's heavy on the western.
Okay.
Yeah, you should check them out. That was Cody Lockwood, another member, the infamous Lockwood Fishing.
I know Lockwood.
So he brought a lot of us on to the Last Knife Fighter. And it's like your quintessential, I drink too much, I smoke too much, I stab too much, or as you would say, shiv too much. But man, you gotta love me. Kind of.
All right.
music.
All right. I will check it out. Thank you.
And if anybody doesn't know Lockwood, and if you do, and you hadn't seen a very large, bearded, heavily breathing man eat crabs, he's got a video out, and he almost chokes himself to death. And it's 15 minutes of your day you'll never get back, but you should donate.
God, it's so good, though. All right, so the most important question.
Whoa.
We got some more? Come on, Paul. You got to work on these, man. Come on.
Coley.
Yeah.
Are you eating largemouth bass?
Oh,
Think about this one. Oh, my God.
What did you
Catch
say?
And release. Catch and release.
She said no. Why? Tell me why.
In California, you're not supposed to take the bass, period. So catching them and eating them is definitely a no-no.
Right.
We don't have stock ponds here. No, we don't have stock ponds here. And as you know, it takes a really long time for a largemouth to get big. So if you're catching a nice big one, as you put it, you don't want to keep it. You treat it nice. You put it back. You watch it swim away so somebody else can catch it another day. Let them go. Let them grow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We ain't no bigs, but here's
no.
Largemouth bass are an invasive species in all of America except for the southern part of the Mississippi River.
Right, but they don't. So they were introduced in Cali, from my understanding, introducing the whole West Coast, basically, right? Hence why you can't keep them over there. Like they're kept as trophies now. Like you want to build them to specifically California. If you read the book Sow Belly, I don't know if you read that, Coley, or not. It's a whole book about how California has had this hardcore initiative, just like how Texas has done, where they're pushing to get these bass as big as possible. And the way to do that, yes, it sounds counterproductive, but you got to remember her waterways too, right? Because what Paul's thinking of is eating bass. You eat small bass to thin out small bass from a waterway, so the bigger ones have less competition.
Okay.
And Cali, because the reservoirs and everything are so big and expansive.
Yes. Right.
You don't have that issue. You literally got to keep all of them, and that's how you're going to get. Because if I remember right, there have been so many legit, almost record-breaking fish caught, specifically in Northern California.
Yeah, the Delta and Clearwater, absolutely.
Yeah, and the fish, specifically Clearwater, right? Like Delta puts out huge fish, right? Every once in a while they get a big one, but like there's been multiple 20-pound fish pulled out of Clearwater.
Right.
And it's because they cultivate that specifically to try to get big bass.
One of the lakes I fish, you have to actually hike into it. So it's kind of fun. I did with Slay Nation. I started with them in, I think it was April of this year, with the Lady Slayers. And that was my first, go-to for tournament. I'd never done it before. I met a lot of amazing women while I was doing that are just awesome anglers and really have gotten close to quite a few of them. The lake that I was choosing to fish at when I couldn't get on a boat was Irvine Lake, and you got to hike in. And I put 4 to 6 miles. You know, I got a 20-pound tackleback on and got my rods and my cooler for food, and I'd be out there for 8 to 10 hours. You know, from the time they open, the time they close. If you keep a bass out of there, it's a minimum $1,000 fine. So I just don't keep them. I don't eat them. It's not in my house.
You're not missing anything either. Paul's gonna argue with me, but you're not missing anything.
No, it's not arguing. But what I'll tell you is that, you know, I could take and fillet crappie bass, and I take the fish that I can fish for, and carp and catfish, and we could fry them up. And the majority of people that think they know fish wouldn't know the fucking difference between any of the fillets.
Right.
I can guarantee you.
Well, if you're
I'm from the South.
Batter, nobody's going to taste anything but the batter anyways.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, well, not
Coley,
no, not really.
Coley, I feel like
I mean, come on, some cornbread batter with some paprika and some cayenne, some salt and pepper.
Coley,
see, this is a California girl. She talking about
no, it's not. It's West Coast. We know what seafood's supposed to taste like. It's supposed to taste like a fish. You don't have to batter it and fucking deep fry the shit out of it, right? You lightly grill. Or you lightly bake a nice halibut or a salmon or whatever else.
Salmon, so Alex. It's a salmon.
I'm not going to say that because I'm originally from Washington State. I refuse to say salmon.
He's a PW.
I'm originally from a suburb of Seattle. I refuse to say salmon because it's wrong. But we know how fish is supposed to taste. You know how
you're supposed to taste the fish. That maybe a little lemon and some fresh herb. That's it. Put some fresh herbs from the garden. You get a lemon. You slice it up. You put it on there. Put it on some foil. You bake it till it's nice and flaky. You pull it out. Serve it with some green beans and salad. I don't know.
Do that with some fucking Carolina and see what your palate says.
And they just fucking fry it.
Yeah.
And that's everything.
And you know what?
That's their vegetables. That's their fish. That's their milk.
Would eat that shit.
That's their water.
You would eat that shit more than you'd eat your vegetable roasted bullshit.
No.
Between fried. Look, you ain't going to a fish fry and eating no lemon peppered salmon at a fish fry.
You're correct. The fish fry I go to every year in Michigan. You are correct. It is. I think it's they brought in tempura batter, which is a little lighter. Tempura batter, you get coleslaw, and you get a baked potato and one butter. They only give you 1 pound of butter. That's it. But that's what you get at the fish fry.
But see, in the South, you always go to fish fry. There's always loaf bread. And the loaf bread is there for the sole reason that if you get a bone stuck in your throat, you eat a bunch of loaf bread and it forces the bone down through your throat.
That sounds brilliant.
So you don't choke to death.
So I'm choking. Right. Let's put more bread in there and choke me some more.
No, it goes down. It's a scientific fact. It is saying.
Nope. I got a lot of comments on that one. I'm not gonna. All right. So the last question of Shots Fired.
Look,
and the most important question.
I tried to tell y'all. Look. We've been an hour and 23 minutes.
Listen.
Look at him right now.
The last
he
question,
either has to pee or he is getting irritated, and he don't get irritated with me because I'm the pretty face.
All right, Coley.
Yes.
Last question. Most important question.
Well, you don't have the fucking list. I'm asking the questions, bitch.
I know what this question is, but we are a very opening and welcoming show, right? But this is the question that we are going to judge you personally.
Okay.
All right, everybody stop.
And not only us, but everybody else. Every fisherman or fisher or angler loves.
Thank you, Jesus
a
Christ.
good sandwich. What are your top 3 sandwich proteins?
Sandwich proteins.
Turkey.
Okay.
Hot pastrami.
Love it.
And bacon.
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 Fuck yeah. Listen, that's the best way to close out.
Did I make it? I made it.
Best way to close out an episode is with bacon. Coley, it's been great having you on. Thank you for dealing with us and our ridiculousness. I want to give you some time right now if you want to thank any sponsors or anybody else you work with. The floor is yours.
I just want to thank everybody for the support that I've been shown in accepting the hooks of the damn White Claw got me.
She's a real hoodlum. She can't say it straight. I love it.
For all the support. Everyone has been really, really, really supportive, and I appreciate that. All of my cool kids that I follow and chat with on the daily, they've been super supportive. I have made so many friends. Slay Nation has been awesome. Third Eye's been awesome. Excited to get into unicorn baits and see what that's like. Loved my Phoenix rods. Just been truly, truly blessed to make such a huge family and so many friendships over the last year and a half, 2 years. It's a very small amount of time, but the fishing community has been amazing and supportive. And I'm a little quirky. I'm a little different with my ducks and my dog and my cat and my fish. But you know what? It's me, and either you like me or you don't, but I'm sure glad that a lot of you do. So I appreciate you very much.
Well, Coley, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on. Again, congrats on joining the Hookset family.
Air hugs.
Nothing but air hugs for everybody. Upwards and onwards from here. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
No, we ain't signing off yet. This motherfucker just said
he's mad.
Upward. This motherfucker just said upward and onward. Let me tell y'all, Alex, you know when Alex is drunk, when he says upward and onward